Hi, my name is Genevieve Petri, and this is my informative speech. Hand around to my audience. Alright, here's my note cards. Again, my name is Genevieve Petri, and today I'll be talking to you about sexual assault on college campuses and bystander intervention. I'd like to start off by telling you the story of my first encounter with a real-life on-campus sexual assault. My very first year of college, one of my best friends had told me that there was a man who was in one of her classes who was very interested in her, and she had told him she had a boyfriend and that she wasn't interested that way. But they kept in contact as friends, and all of a sudden he started showing up at her dorm, and when she was done with classes, and one day had cornered her when she was out at her car getting her backpack and slammed her head into the door frame and sexually assaulted her. So sexual assault not only sticks with the victim and the perpetrator, but also the people that the story is shared with. Sexual assaults are far too common on college campuses and may be prevented with bystander intervention. My goal today is to leave you feeling empowered and educated to do the right thing and step in. I'd like to start with a baseline education for everyone with some important definitions. First off, sexual consent. Sexual consent is an agreement to participate in sexual activity. It is freely given, informed, reversible, enthusiastic, and specific. You cannot give sexual consent if you are drunk, high, or otherwise incapacitated. Sexual assaults that are performed without sexual consent or sexual acts that are performed without sexual consent are called sexual assaults. If this sexual act involves penetration at all, it's considered rape. The next thing I'd like to define for you is what a bystander is. A bystander is someone who is present but not directly involved with a sexual assault. They may witness the assault or uncomfortable events leading up to an assault. So if you're not on board yet, I'd like to give you a couple quick facts regarding sexual assaults. College women aged 18 to 24 are 3 times more likely than all other women to be sexually assaulted. Next, 23.1% of undergrad women experience violent sexual assaults through the use of physical force or weapons. And not going along with what society thinks of a stereotypical sexual assault victim, 78% of college-age men 18 to 24 will actually fall victim to sexual assault. Next, I'd like to provide some information for the victim. Some physical resources you can go to would be law enforcement. Police could help you identify the perpetrator, and you can file a sexual assault report to get that person caught and put away for what they did. I feel like nowadays it's more common knowledge that victims are more than likely to know their perpetrator. And next point I have is that victims could go and seek out medical assistance. Today, a really popular resource is rape kits, which are used to gather DNA evidence of the perpetrator's DNA off of a victim. That can be used to further an investigation and possibly identify the perpetrator. A couple emotional resources. Here in Duluth we have PAVSA, which is Program for Aid to Victims of Sexual Assault. They offer support groups, crisis lines, medical assistance, and legal assistance. And also, I'd like to talk about therapy. For victims, they've experienced such a tragic, traumatic event that it's okay to seek out professional help. I don't think anybody really knows how to truly deal with that, so it's okay to ask for help about it. Next thing I'd like to talk to you about is bystander intervention and what it is. Plain and simple, bystander intervention is impactful. A lot of people claim that they don't know what to do when they witness uncomfortable events leading up to sexual assault, or that it's not their business, so they shouldn't get involved. But I'm here to tell you today that it is your business and it's your duty as a human being to protect others and step in to those uncomfortable situations to prevent possible sexual assaults. I'd like to give a couple examples of bystander intervention. It's incredibly simple. It could be as simple as stepping into a conversation, inserting yourself between the victim and the perpetrator, and just kind of making them uncomfortable that you're there to help out. Another thing you could do is distract either the victim or the perpetrator and kind of bring them near you and start your own conversation with them and kind of get them out of that situation. Bystander intervention is, in my opinion, the key to prevention. A lot of states have sexual assault education requirements for their colleges in place already, but I think that we would all benefit from diving deeper into bystander intervention and making that the main focus of our sexual assault education in colleges, because it's not only simple but super, super effective and easy. So my goal today was to inform you more about sexual assault and bystander intervention. I feel that it is our duty to protect one another and prevent traumatic events from happening, despite any differences you may have with people. No one should go through such a traumatic and vulnerable event in their life. I hope you leave today feeling educated and empowered to intervene. We all have the power to save someone. Thank you.